article. Now we will concentrate on the assets of individual, that is unit 5. So before we going to start, you should know the meaning of the individual. Okay, so assessment of individual. So individual means whether any person, whether it is male or female, they are liable to pay tax. Okay, so individual means any person, whether it is male or female, they are liable to pay tax. So it's called as assessment of individual. So this part is very important. So individual means any person, whether it is male or female, they are liable to pay tax. So this one is very important. Okay, so now before I'm going to start the problems, first let's go through the formats. Okay, very important format. Okay, so that is a total income format. Okay, that format is very important while doing a problem. So the computation of total income. So this is a format of total income, particular and the amount column. First one is income from salary. Income from salaries. Income from house property. Income from profits and gains of business and profession. Income from capital gain. Income from other source. And finally is a gross total income. Gross total income. Okay, you should add it. The final answer you should write outer amount column. Next one is less deduction under section 80C to 80U. Then total income. So this is a format. Okay, that is a computation of total income. This format is very important for doing a problem. Each and every problem is very important. Okay, so here particular and two amount column, that is income from salary. There are 5 heads of income heads, that is income from salary, income from house property, income from profits and gains of business and professions, income from capital gain and income from other source. Then you add it and that is a gross total income. Next one is less deduction under section 80C to 80U minus this, you will get answer total income. So in last class I already explained capital gain, income from other source, and deduction under ATC to ATU. In 6th step, you have studied these 3 parts. And income from salary, income from house property, income from profits and gains of business and profession, you have already studied in 5th sem, isn't it? So once again we will revise each concept, that is income from salary, income from house property, and income from profits and gains of business and profession. This 3 I will go once again, I will repeat. Okay, then this I will not repeat because this already you have studied in this 6th sem. So I will not explain in detail about all those things. Okay, so let's move to the income from salary. So let's go through the meaning of income from salary and the format. Okay, salary format, we will go through it. So next topic is that income from salaries. So income from salaries means any person employed gets compensated by the way of remuneration for service rendered. This is called as salary. So then after that, every payment made by the employer to his employee for service rendered would be charged into tax as income from salaries. Next, it would the term salary is purchased of income tax at whether both the monetary payment as well as non-monetary facilities. So in income from salary, you have the format. The format is very, very important. So let's go through the format. So first one is particular, and the amount column. So gross salary. So gross salary, it includes both the basic salary, bonus, pensions, allowance are being included in the salary. Okay, then next one is deductions under section, that is 16 subsection 1, that is standard deduction. Next one is 16 subsection 2, that is entertainment allowance. Your standard deduction is 40,000. Then 16 subsection 3, that is professional tax. Next one is income from salary. This is a format, is very, very important. Okay, once again I will repeat. So particular to amount column, gross salary. So gross salary includes the bonus, pensions, allowance, etc. And the less deduction under section, that is 16 subsection 1, the standard deduction is 40,000. It's a fixed amount. Okay, the 40,000 is a fixed amount. You should note it. Okay, this is very, very important. 40,000. Next one is 16 subsection 2, that is entertainment allowance. Next one is 16 subsection 3, professional tax. That is, next one is you minus it from gross salary and you will get income from salary. Okay, and the basic charges. So what are the basic charges? That is employer and employee relationship, nature and type of employment, foregoing and surrender of salary. Next, salary paid tax free. Fifth point is salary is taxable on due or receipt basics. So these are the basic of charges. So this part is very important while doing a problem. So this 16 subsection 1, the standard deduction is 40,000. Okay, that you should be remember. Next point is income from house property. That also is very important. Income from house property. So what is the meaning of house property? So the accessee must be the owner of the house property. So the accessee should be the owner of the house property. Next, the property should not be used by the owner for the purpose of any business or professions. Okay. Next, the tax on income from house property is payable on net annual value. So these are the meaning of house property. So what is the meaning of house property? Means the accessee must be the owner of such house property. Next one is the property should not be used by the for the purpose of any business or profession. Next one is the tax on income from house property is payable on net annual value. So income from house property, that is the accessee must be the owner of such house property. The accessee means individual person. Okay, so the accessee must be the owner of the house property. It should be the owner of house property. Next, second point means the property should not be used by the owner. The property should not used by the owner for the purpose of any business or profession. You should use the personal use, not for any business or professions. Next one is the tax on income from house property is payable on NAV, means net annual values. Okay, so house property is payable on net annual value. So this point you should be go through, and you have the format. Okay, house property format. This one you have studied already in 5th sem. So now I am going to revise. So I am not going to explain in depth because you have studied already in 5th sem. So next one is income from house property format. That is particular and amount column. So this format is very important while doing a problem. So salary received, house property, like municipal tax. If the question gives, you should apply the format. Next one is gross annual value. Less municipal tax paid. So less municipal tax paid means only paid by the owner. Only the owner can pay. And gross annual value means if the question is like let out, then you should calculate the house property. Okay, if the question is like let out, you should calculate the house property. And municipal tax value tax paid means only the owner should pay the tax. Next one is net annual value, that is a NAV. Next, less deduction under section 24 A, that is standard deduction at 30% of NAV. Next, B, borrowed capital interest. Here, income from house property. So income from house property, this is a format, that is question used like rent received or municipal tax paid, that so you should calculate this format, that is gross annual value less municipal tax paid. Next, after that you minus it, you will get net annual value. Okay, after that less deduction under section 24, that standard deduction, that is 30% of NAV. NAV means net annual value. If you get certain amount, that amount into 30%, you will get some value. That value you should write. Okay, this 30% is very very important. That is a fixed percentage. After that, borrowed capital interest. Then you should minus it and you should write in amount column, and finally you will get income from house property. So this is a format of house property. This format is very very important. And next one is income from profits and gains of business and professions. Income from profits and gains of business and profession. Okay, so this, let's go through the meaning. So business section 2 subsection 13. So business 2 subsection 13. So business includes any trade, commerce, manufacture or any other advantage in the nature of trade, commerce or manufactures. So business is an economic way people sell or goods or service. Okay, and there is no minimum qualification is required for business, whether it is a trade or commerce or manufacture or any other adventure in the nature of the way the business sells. There is no qualification. There is no qualification and there is no rules and regulations. But in profession, so profession, that is section 236. So your business section 213, in profession that is section 236. So in profession includes like medical, accountancy is required to minimum maintenance of accounts. So profession is an economic activities where people work with their knowledge and skills. And education or profession degree or specified knowledge is required in case of professions. So medical, then lawyer, these are the professions while doing a job, and there is so much of rules and regulation we should follow it, and the education is must. But in business there is no education qualification, and so that is the difference between the business and the profession. In this you have the format. Okay, so the format is very important and it's very easy. The profession format is very easy. So let's go through it. So computation of business income. So one is net particular and the amount column. So net profit add inadmissible expenses less income wrongly credited less expense omitted to debtor. Yes, add income omitted to creditor. And this is a total business income. And the profession format is very easy. Okay, there is 2 points. So professional income. Okay, professional income. So this is a format. So computation of professional income, particular and the amount column. So here add professional incomes less professional expenses. Then final answer you will get, that is a professional income, total professional income. So here income from profits and gains of business and profession. So it's a format that is a computation of business income, and you have the computation of professional income. So your particular and amount column. So first one is net profit. Let's add inadmissible expenses minus income wrongly credited less expenses omitted to creditor, let's add income omitted to creditor. So after that you all minus and you add, so final answer you will get the total business income. Next one is professional income, that is a computation of professional income, that is a particular and amount column, add that is professional income, okay, minus professional expenses, you will get total professional income. So this is comes under the income from profits and gains of business and professions. So finally we have studied the three format. One is income from salary, income from house property, next one is income from profits and gains of business and profession. Then let's move to a capital gain, that you have studied already the capital gain, isn't it? In last class we have studied the capital gain. So once again I will just revise it. Okay, so capital gain means any profits or gains arise from transfer of capital assets. So capital, so income from capital gain. From capital gain. So any profit or gains arising from transfer of a capital assets. So this is the meaning, that is income from capital gain, that is any profit or gains arising from transfer of capital assets. And there is a basic charges of capital gain. So which are they? Let's go through it. There is a 5 points, that is there must be a capital asset and such asset should be owned by the accessee. Okay, they should be owned by the accessee. Second point is the accessee must have transferred the capital asset. Third point is such transfer should have taken place during the previous year. Next, fourth point is profit or losses arises from such transfer. Fifth point is such capital gain should not be exempted under section like 54, 54B, 54D, 54EC, 54F, 54G and 54GA. Okay, so these are the basic charges in capital gain, and there is a format you have studied already, the format capital gain. So but also once again I will revise. Okay, so the format is computation of capital gains. So in this it has divided into two types. One is short term capital gain and second point is long term capital gain. So these two formats you have. So your capital gain has divided into two types. One is short term capital gain and long term capital gain. So let's go through it, this both format. Okay, so particular and the amount. So first one is sales. Sales consideration that is some amount less realization expenses, your net sales consideration this is the last amount column. After that, less cost of acquisition or improvement cost of acquisition, whether it's a short term or long term. I'll write format into one. Okay, that is a short term and format long term. I'll making a one format because we have studied already in 6th term, that is capital. After that, less cost of index or index cost of acquisition, write some amount value, then it's a gross total income. Okay, you calculate whether it is a cost of acquisition or index cost of acquisition. Based on that, you minus it and you write here, you total it. Later you will get the answer, that is gross total income. After that, less deduction. Under section 54 GB. Okay, in question they will give you some deductions. You follow the deductions and write the amount column. And that you will get short term capital gain or long term capital gain. Okay, and here you should follow the formula. Okay, so based on the formula you should write the answer. Okay, you should calculate the formula and you should write the answer. So what is the formula means? I'll write here cost of acquisition or fair market value. So if the question gives like cost of acquisition 15,000 and fair market value is 20,000, in this whichever is high, that value you should take. So in this which is more value, that is 20,000. So you should take fair market value 20,000. Okay, in that whichever is high, just you should note. Okay, that is very important. So cost of acquisition or fair market value divided by cost influence index of purchase year into index cost index influence is of previous year. So this is the formula you should follow. Okay, so once again I will repeat the format as well as formula. So computation of capital gain, particular to amount column, then sales consideration less realization expenses, that you will get net sales consideration. You minus, so you will get the net sales consideration. After that you should do the cost of acquisition or index cost of acquisition and write the amount column less cost of index or index cost of acquisition. You see the question which is a long term capital gain and short term capital gain. Then you should write in format. Then finally you write the amount and write the answer, that you will get gross total income. Next one is deductions, that is under section 54 GB. Okay, you have some deduction part, you should follow it. You write in amount column and minus it, that is you will get short term capital gain or long term capital gain. Okay, then there is a formula of cost of acquisition. So cost of acquisition divided or fair market value, in that whichever is high, that value you should take, divided by cost index influence of purchase year into cost index influence of previous year. So this is the format of capital gain. Okay, next we are going to study income from other source. In in our first class we have already studied income from other source. So once again we will revise. Income from other source. So as per section, any income which is not specifically exempted and not chargeable under any head heads of income shall be chargeable under the head that is income from other source. This is the last and residuary head of income. So here income from other source, the meaning is that as per the section, any income which is not specifically exempted and not chargeable under any other head of income. So which is not specifically exempted and not chargeable under any other head of the income. Next, shall be chargeable under the head of income, that is income from other source. Okay, shall be chargeable under the head, that is income from other source. Next one is, this is the last head of the income. So it is called as income from other source. So finally we have completed the 5 heads of income tax. Okay, we have studied the meaning of salary and you have studied the meaning of and you have studied the format of salary. The standard deduction you should remember 40,000. Okay, that you should be remember. Next, after that you have studied the income from house property meaning, as well as you have studied the format. The format NAV, it must be a 30% that you should be remember. Next one is income from profits and gains of business. You have studied the meaning as well as format. Then we went to capital gain. Capital gain we have studied in 6th sem. This sem we have already studied. Once again I has revised. Okay, that is meaning as well as format. Then you have studied income from capital gain. That also you have studied. There are 2 types. One is long term capital gain and short term capital gain. You have studied the meaning, format and the formula. Next one is income from other source, that you have studied already the theory part as well as practical problem. Next one is you have studied the deduction from gross total income, the chapter under section 80C to 80U. So finally we have completed this theory part, everything, and now in next section we are going to take in detail about the problem based on this format. Okay.